So in this episode of 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days, Memphis tells Hamza that she spent a few days with her ex-husband at the beginning of their relationship, and he doesn't take it all that well, but that's not all I want to talk about today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and today I want to talk about this whole Memphis staying with her ex-husband for 4 days, according to her, at the beginning of her and Hamza'S relationship. So slightly off topic, but at the beginning of their scene, we see Hamza running around in circles on a rooftop, which, am I the only one who thought that was just weird? It was weird. And part of my issue with this show as it moves forward, or as it ages, part of my problem with the show is that so much of it just feels so unreasonably scripted. It's more than unreasonably scripted. It's dumb. Like, it's dumb. Like, if it doesn't make you sit back and go, I don't know what will. This was one of those things. And this was minor. There are other much more glaring stupidness. It's just stupidness. Anyways, I thought that was fucking weird. But anyways, so Memphis tells Hamza that she spent 4 days with her ex because, she was having she needed some moral support. But before she tells him, he tells her that he wants to push back the wedding, right? He's not ready to get married right away because he doesn't feel like he knows her well enough. Duh. And she doesn't take that well because, according to her, I guess while she was in the US and he was in Tunisia, he said it was his idea for her to come to Tunisia so they could get married, right? All this time I've been thinking it was like Memphis pushing to get married. And I kind of understand now why she's pushing to get married because, dude, you told her to come to Tunisia so you guys could get married. So she comes to Tunisia and you decide you don't want to get married? Okay. Then she says that if they don't get married on that trip, like if they don't get married while she's there, the relationship is over. This was an episode of ultimatums, right? From Memphis to Kim to Jimena, everybody's got an ultimatum. I don't know if they think ultimatums work, but ultimatums usually don't work. But they do on this show, which is just weird. It's weird. I don't like it because it feels manipulated. It feels scripted, right? Anyways, he decides that he doesn't want to get married, and so she says, well, you made me come here, and if we don't get married while I'm here, we're not getting married, and if I go home, the relationship is over. No marriage, no dating, no nothing, okay? So fine. He decides that he still wants to get married until she tells him about how she spent 4 days with her ex. Now, he doesn't take that well, like I said, and as he's reacting to it, like there's all of this, literally, it feels like actual unscripted time. It feels like some of these scenes were actually unscripted, right? The whole, she wants to tell him in the bedroom and she takes her mic off when she gets into the bedroom. Mom doesn't know what's going on. So Memphis and Hamza go into the bedroom and she tells him, I stayed with my ex because, I was having some issues. And we assume that that's what she told him because, like I said, she takes her mic off. And then they come out of the room and the camera guy or producer or whoever asks her, can you share some of what the issue was, why you had to stay with your ex? And she tells us that it was because she didn't pass her state boards or whatever for her career. And it sounds like she went into some kind of a depression or whatever. So she went to stay with her ex and he took care of the kids. But at the same time, Hamza is saying that he has a problem with that because he wants to be the only man in her life and all that other kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, dude, how are you going to be the only man in her life when she got 2 kids and 2 baby daddies? One of whom, apparently, she's comfortable with getting moral support from, right? So you ain't going to be the only man in her life. And I also have a problem with the unrealistic nature of this relationship because, now, hear me out, okay? And if you think I'm wrong, please, as usual, tell me in the comments. Hamza lives in a predominantly, like largely predominantly Muslim country. His mother is divorced, and she's basically been shunned because she's divorced. She can't work. It sounds like she can't have a normal life because she's divorced, right? So here is Hamza, right? Nobody wants anything to do with his mom because she's divorced, and she's got 2 kids, him and his sister. I don't know if there are any others, but here comes Hamza, gonna marry a woman who's a 2-time mom with 2 different baby daddies. Does all of that not feel weird to you? It all feels weird to me. It feels like what? None of this makes any sense. But it makes sense if you come at it from a business perspective, right? Because Hamza, Memphis, mom, sister, everyone who appears in front of a camera is going to get paid, right? So mom isn't hurting too badly right now because she's getting paid, right? Hamza has solved some of her problems financially by being on the show, as well as he solved a few for himself, right? So in some of the episodes, we've seen that Hamza is wearing a ring. We've heard in the wind that they're already married and they already have a kid. So this tells me that dude is in it for the long haul. Whatever the payoff is for him, right? Which sounds lucrative because, as his mother pointed out, he's young, he's handsome, and he has a degree, which apparently is useless in his country. Because if that degree was of any use, why is he jobless? Why is he jobless? And how is anyone, let alone Memphis, and I'm sure she ain't thinking about this, how is anyone to believe that he's going to use that degree in the US when he didn't use it in his own country? I think it's for like air conditioning repair or something like that, right? I'm probably wrong, but it's something like that, right? HVAC or something like that repair. So he supposedly has this degree that he doesn't use in his own country, but he's going to move to the US and use it in the US. Yeah, I call bullshit. I call 100% bullshit. As I said earlier, he's planning to marry Memphis in Tunisia and then move to the US to be baby daddy number 3, right? To be baby daddy to 2 other kids. And like I said before, they have a 3rd. So, I don't know. Side note, for someone who works in the medical field, this woman knows very, very, very little about birth control. Anyways, that's pretty much it for Memphis and Hamza and 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. But I don't know, I feel like as this show gets older, it feels more and more scripted, which quite frankly annoys the shit out of me. It's not just that it's scripted that annoys me, but that it feels like someone just pulled the script out of their ass while they were filming it, right? There was no preparation, no nothing, no thought, no nothing. They didn't care how it looked. They didn't care how illogical everything seems. It was just like, okay, as they're filming, hey, you know what? Go do that. Run around in a circle on a rooftop. And I get it. These people are only making, $1,000 to $1,500 per episode. So they ain't going to put too much effort into it, but come on. Come on. Sharp Entertainment, y'all can do better. You can do better. I want to go back to the days of Danielle and Muhammad when it felt 100% legit, even if theirs wasn't scripted, and I'm sure it was to some degree, but not as large a degree as it is now. Now it just feels like, ugh. And truthfully speaking, you guys, I had to watch this episode twice because I didn't actually watch it the first time. I fell asleep. It bored the shit out of me. I fell asleep probably 4 or 5 times and had to rewind. And then it was just like, you know what? None of it made any sense. And so I had to watch the whole thing in its entirety again. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm still addicted, but not like I was to Danielle and Muhammad. You guys need to bring the reality back to reality TV. It just feels completely bogus. It feels like you're actually paying these people $1,000 to $1,500 per episode. That's what it feels like. It feels like, let's just not try. Anyways, that's all I've got for 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Again, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.